John, I think that, I don't even know if it would be board. We can talk about it, we can put it on action item next month. We can bring it up though. So let's put John, the trailer. This is not a vote, it's just a John trailer issue.
Is it old business or new?
New business.
RV park, it's about his trailer.
No, it's just RV park, about an issue that he's having, I guess.
Okay. Okay, we'll have that.
It's not an issue, but it's just a RV park John was requesting from Christine, and I didn't realize it, and I had to get to time to update it correctly.
Okay,
We'll talk about that. What is the custody?
we can talk about that. And
It would be good business.
we need to make a motion to
Okay.
add that to it.
Make a motion that we add John, RV, question,
John from the RV park onto the new business.
new business.
It's not an action item.
I'll second.
All in favor? Okay, we're adding John in the RV park onto the new business. There are some issues to discuss about that. And is there a motion to accept the minutes or the agenda as amended then?
Make a motion that we accept the minutes for the agenda.
As amended?
As amended.
Second to that? All in favor that we accept the agenda as amended? Say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Agenda has been accepted as amended. And the next thing is, we have the minutes of the last meeting.
No, you don't. I do.
Sorry.
Totally summer.
Just say what we approved and what we didn't. I mean, that's all we need.
Okay.
We want to refresh it.
We talked about all the bills and we approved them all and they got paid. We motioned and accepted to vote on the approval of the water meter for Justin without any change or hookup fees, just as monthly payment. Rex made a motion on the USTI training for the new clerk, but we still haven't done it yet.
Yeah. Just go over the minutes.
That's about it.
That was approved, right?
Yeah.
You go back home for it?
You need to
Huh?
suggest and type those up and get them to all of us ahead of time. You can't see them all and
All right.
think about it for another month and type these up so we have them. Yeah.
And should it just be what we approved? If we need to go back to something, but it just should be like that guy said, Ryan Crampton's, whatever it said, like why we're doing, why we approved it, right? That's it.
Right.
Just a
Yeah.
short.
I don't have to write everything you say.
Right.
Is there a motion that we accept the minutes from the last meeting?
I'll make a motion, we accept the minutes from the last meeting.
Second to that?
I'll second that.
All in favor that we accept the minutes from the last meeting? Motion carried. So we move on to financial statement and
I'm still kind of figuring out how to do like this budget, this statement, but I think I'm getting closer with it's clear and what the bills are being paid and stuff.
So for the financial statement, we're supposed to
I can see why we need one account right now, because we would be negative.
Right.
But I would like a breakdown of that for next month. What is negative, what the RV park actually has in it,
Okay,
and,
We do have two accounts, we have an RV account,
we do have an RV
Okay.
account.
and then this is the general fund, and everything, water, sewer, and garbage, and everything's going into this general fund for right now.
okay, and so I still want a breakdown of the general fund and the water sewer.
So that's what I was gonna
Separate.
do with like, kinda like this, but for the RV park, just have not had a chance to, I've been more concerned right now with the water, sewer, garbage, and the bills, trying to catch up with everything, so I will definitely work on that for next month. For both,
Yeah, because we need to know how much in the hole we are for each account and stuff, with hopefully the goal of having at least, I mean, I've talked to other cities, they have like $100,000 in every account that they have, and that should be our goal, is to reach that. And if we're negative 24,000 in for something, we need to know that that's how much we're in the hole for that particular account.
You wanna tell me what you found out?
We'll go over it, this in the whole business.
Okay. Is there any bills that we need to approve?
Do you have a list of those that we need to approve?
it's not much right now. We've got the, Anatech Labs, we actually have credit, so we don't owe them any money.
How much of a credit?
It's just $25.
Okay,
It just says credit from August 2019, and then they sent the statement that it was paid,
okay, good.
or the invoice that was paid.
That sounded better.
And then, the law enforcement protection report for September, $234. I just wrote a check out for that today.
And that was back in September though, so we gotta get caught up with that one?
Yeah, that'll catch us up.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay, that's good.
But it was weird, cause I didn't see this one, but I paid last month's for October.
Okay,
And then also Strong, did they, have we ever paid them anything? 'Cause
Yeah,
I haven't seen-
KME.
No,
Those
that's,
K,
there's
that's
no,
not
too.
Strong. I haven't seen a bill for Strong.
there should be one there, so I'll call them and let them know they need to,
I can call them,
because we owe them money. And they have one of our pumps, motors or something, that they won't fix until we pay the other bill. And so then we'll have a spare.
Do you have a question about that?
Is that a real thing? I mean, do they have a pump?
Yeah. For us, for the city, that's, yeah, that's what they said.
I believe it's for the lagoon.
That's right.
Well, yeah, it's the sewer, it's for the sewer.
It's for the lift station.
So, but anyway, whatever it is, they have a spare for us there. And that is why whenever they fixed it,
It
they
is
were able to do.
repairable then.
Yeah, and they said they actually had our other new pump or something already stored down there to replace, is what they told me.
When was that?
I don't know, March or something.
Do you
When
remember
was
how
it?
much we,
It's 2000 or something like that, I'm not for sure.
cause I remember it was like 8,000, I think Sam remember getting it approved to,
Yeah.
on the mini.
The pump was 8,500.
8,500?
Including
Okay.
labor.
Did anything get paid on it? Do you know?
I would
Okay.
assume it did.
So
Well, we're out of
anyway, but they
pump on that.
said that they would fix the other one as soon as we get caught up on that bill.
So maybe $1,000 to that then, for this thing, so we know what we're paying,
okay,
so $1,000 right now. I don't know if that'll work for.
That would get us started on it.
yeah, I didn't even know there was a bill.
Yeah.
So do you wanna call Wednesday morning when you're
Yeah.
there and find out
Yeah.
what it is and
Mhm.
tell them we'll send 1,000 for now and
Yeah, because they said it was from where it wasn't.
City of Bowville, solid waste, $965.47. That's not anything, I don't,
City of Moscow solid waste.
You got that
Yeah.
in here, it's for Bill, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we,
yeah,
And what about Lake
I
Tahoe
wrote it down.
Sanitation, are we caught up with them?
that is,
that is, yes, I wrote them, it should be right there, 5,000, it's the $5,000. $5,213.77,
Okay, on 11/18,
918.
And that's where we got caught up.
and we're caught up with them.
We are caught up.
Yay.
One
So-
more payment to Roadwise for, I have all this wrote down, you guys. No, I'm just kidding. One more payment, $3,083.18, and we'll be caught up with Roadwise, which I'll do on Wednesday. I'll need to write a check for that on Wednesday. That's one last payment, that's it, we're good. And then, I haven't received anything from iPrint for invoice or anything
Okay.
like that.
I don't, it's probably like the end of the quarter, so that'd probably be the end of December. that we
Okay.
would get another bill from them.
And then, I've got, two more payments for KME of $1,985.69. So on the 15th or there before or shortly, I'll give them write another check for them. So that'll be the third payment. And that's pretty much
Okay.
it. I found about.
What about Ferguson, how,
Ferguson,
that's where our supplies come from for the watering.
so our current statement is $3,127.38. When we started all this together,
It was over
it was
$5,000.
$5,029.28. So we're gaining on that. There's a lot of service charges going on here, but there's nothing we can do about that.
So how much are we paying Ferguson for this year?
I've been paying them $1,000,
Okay, so we're paying them 1,000 this December,
right.
okay?
I have not made a check out for that yet.
Oh, I know, we're just saying,
Yeah.
proving that we're paying.
And then, you'll see it's already in the statement, subterranean data services. Should be on the second page. That is I've been doing a lot of work talking with them, and they're the cloud, the data cloud for our city. They're kind of like a backup system. And, so I've got all of that, the password's changed, and I have control of everything, or you, or we have control of the, backup thing, so I can get in there now and see what's been backed up and what hasn't.
So has everything been backed up to that?
Since July, nothing's been backed up since July.
So are you backing up more to it?
It's just an automatic backup every day,
Oh, so it's been backing up now,
ever since
July?
Wednesday,
So then backing up everything, okay,
since Wednesday, since I had,
sweet. There's a folder, a certain folder that we have to back up for the SDI system. I'm not sure if you got that one, folder backup. but
no, I don't,
I'll tell you.
if you
what-
can show me and help me out, that would be great.
Yeah, I'll show you where that is.
I'm kind of at a loss right now.
Okay.
But that's pretty much it. That was $85. That was past due from June. So that's about it
And what about
for
the
current.
council payroll? We haven't been taking any checks.
No, I have not been paying the council because we haven't had money to pay them, but they're all aware of it and
And
everything, so.
we
I'm
probably
not-
need to start paying the council,
Yeah.
because
Before
I know
we-
I'm getting a lot of expenses built up with gas and stuff going into the bank, and like the meeting today I'm paying for, and
So it kind of looks like, when I looked on Percy, that the council members were getting $75 and the mayor's getting $100.
that's before anything's taken out.
That's before taxes.
And Percy,
And you don't have to pay Percy if you work less than 20 hours a week or something like that. It's, I just learned this, so you'll have to bear with me, but I just learned all this last week. If you work less than 20 hours, you don't have to pay Percy, but you still have to document it. So,
Like 0 hours.
yeah. So, I don't work more than 20 hours. And that's why, like, the maintenance guys and everything, that's why the city, which I understand now, is we always have, we're under 20 hours a week. So that
The only one that probably
expenses-
affect is you, because you're,
Yeah, I work under the school district.
Yeah.
Person, paid person.
Oh,
me, it doesn't matter on mine.
yeah. So,
I guess we should probably start paying us and get us caught up. The good news is I found out, Howard gave me a call from USDA. We're kind of going against the old business, but it's on old business. Howard gave me a call and said that, there's good news. I don't know why he didn't tell me this in the first place. You know, we were trying to figure out, you know, telling him we weren't gonna be able to afford any kind of payment. He did say he found out that we paid up to almost more than $70,000 within this last year, which would've been nice to know, but.
Yeah, we have no records, so.
yeah.
Yeah, so, apparently we did pay up to more than $70,000, and we don't have to pay the,
Anymore.
for this November payment, for sure. We don't have to pay that.
Okay, but we were
Well, I
thinking
sent, yeah, I sent
Right.
$2,500, so we have like,
So-
kind of like a,
Oh, whatever.
little
The more we
backup.
pay in, the less interest we're gonna have to pay.
Right, that's
Yeah.
the way I feel about it.
So that's
So
a good
that's
thing.
taken care of, and so that kinda has caught us up on that then.
Yeah, it kind of
I don't,
takes a little bit of a brick off of our shoulders.
A little bit of that sting, that's for
Yeah.
sure.
yeah, cause I don't know where it came from, cause we didn't see it on the bank statements, but we'll go back and look again on them.
And here, he said that, our total loan is right now is $189,736. $189,736.75. 4,000 alone is interest. But that's just, pretty much the whole loan, how much we have left on it.
That's how much we have left on it?
Yeah.
And how many years do we have to pay that?
I think till 2030.
Okay,
Oh,
so we're working on it. So, is that all the bills we have?
that is all the bills we have. But we do need to set aside still
Yes.
We need-
2023 or whatever it was that you told me.
Yeah, 2,500, but that has to be approved, and we don't even have it in the
Okay.
connection and all. But I just wanted to let you guys know, so, you know, you could pay, you know, just get caught up with us too, and, you know, we're at least not a bad situation that we thought we were.
We can start that next month,
For, yeah, say
for
it.
setting aside stuff. Okay, we need a motion to pay the bills then.
Okay, I'll make a motion that we pay the bill.
All in favor of paying the bills?
Aye.
Opposed? Christine will pay the bills, and then it looks like I have some checks to sign here.
Oh, and there was this, I didn't know if you wanted me to. Never, you want to put somebody's name on there.
Oh, okay, I'll look at that later. Oh, okay, I saw that before, I didn't do anything about it. So we move on to all business. We are posting for an engineer job update. And what is it, Lewiston? He called,
DEQ.
DEQ called and said that he was giving us a little bit extra time on that. He was gonna give us till February to get it taken care of, and I said, if an engineer in February, there's probably gonna be a lot of snow out there, and he said, we'll talk about it then, so at least they're giving us some time and not pushing.
Yeah, and I need to go on job services and update it, but it's been listed and nobody's responded.
And
Maybe we need to put it in the paper. Do a little short, like, a short clip.
who was it that Terry told us before did it? Reagan,
I don't think they're in business anymore.
Rediger?
No.
I wonder if we called, got a hold of, Kendrick or something, cause, you know, they just got done doing some stuff down there and see who they use.
okay. I could call Lucinda and find out.
That might be the easiest way to.
She's city clerk down there. Got that on my list to do. And this return of equipment update, Rita, what did you find out about the cattle guards?
Well, my understanding is, when I talked to her, she said that, actually Bob was told that those cattle guards were supposed to go out on East Fork and out at Moose Creek, and I'm like, why would anybody tell you guys that? And anyway, so she asked Mike Porter about it, and if he gave it to her, so.
Mike gave it to him.
That's what she told him, is that she had heard that and wanted to know about it, so,
He gave them to,
yeah, released them to them. So,
And the city never approved that.
well, evidently he was mayor at the time, so I don't know.
would
That's
Mike
the-
have been mayor, or would it, Sam, would you have been, or?
I don't know when I thought that all of them were still over by the.
Yeah, there's one
RV park.
set
Yeah.
over there, yeah.
I didn't know anything about it until 2-3 months ago.
What year were they purchased? I mean, they should have been put in years ago,
When they were purchased.
yeah.
I know some were purchased for the park too.
Yeah.
Because one person crashed the side of it, which was part of the AA meeting people, and they crashed it, and they purchased one of the gates for them, I guess.
Gates.
Gate, yeah,
Hmm.
to replace it.
No, what gate are you talking about?
The one in the park over there.
The one where you go in by the bathroom? That was donated by the,
That's not put in yet, it's.
no, we've got a new gate down at City Hall. This gate was too narrow for the campers to get in, they were scratching their campers and trucks going in there. So they gave us a new one and it never got put in.
It should be in the,
It's down in the lean-to at City Hall. Well, it was, I don't know if it is now.
Dwayne, do you know anything about it?
I know that, when they donated the first gate, like I said, it was too narrow, and they donated the second gate, but it never got put in that before.
Well, how about the cattle guards? When were they purchased?
Well, the cattle guards were purchased clear back when Brad was still mayor, because he had them built. And then Brad traded them for some mag chloride to the state. And then I talked the state back out of them and brought them back up here and put them over at the RV park. As far as I know, that's the last I've seen them.
And then they
So
put
that might be why they heard that, is because of stuff like that going on.
Okay, but the main point is, Mike Porter gave the gates away, and I don't think he had the right to. Isn't it supposed to be, council approval to give gates away?
No, I would
Exactly.
think
I would think so, it's city equipment.
So I think that.
Is there one still here?
We still have
There's
a
still
set.
one.
Well,
And
didn't
so-
we put one over here, didn't they? There's one up here when you come into town,
On the east fork.
from the east fork,
Yeah,
and that was one of them that
right,
got,
that was the one we're talking about.
yeah, it's in.
Yeah.
But that one's not the city's responsibility.
I
That's
think
that's county.
county put that one in for us, because nobody else would do it.
Those were originally built for the RV park. They're supposed to be two.
One at each
Each
driveway,
entrance.
and
There's
that
two
makes
of them.
sense, but if they got traded away,
But we got them back.
but, right, it sounds like it, but I'm just like, this is the kind of stuff that shouldn't be happening, but whatever.
Should we have a police report on that? I mean, get a police report going on it? I don't know. How do we feel about it?
Has it been so long though that?
Yeah, it's statute of limitations, 2 years, I think.
They haven't been gone for 2 years. They're all down at the RV park until this past year.
Well, I think they put that one out there on East Fork just this summer.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
it
replaced
was.
it, 'cause it
They
was broken.
replaced it, the other one was
Yeah, you're
broken.
right.
Yeah.
We have to be fair and honest with people and, you know.
And nobody, who has talked to Mike Porter about it?
I talked to him, but it was like, it was not clear. I
Yeah.
mean, and then we had Tracy on one side too, and they were going back and forth, so. And what you found out, cattle guard doesn't belong where, you know, the city
Right.
would have.
Right, right. But, while we're on the, I think we should install the other cattle guard and set a date for that, and Rex can dig the hole.
Then you can use it voluntold.
We could probably dig the hole.
Yeah.
But when are we gonna do it?
Well, tonight I was in it, I'm taking a week
Depends on
off
how
in
much it
April.
freezes. If it freezes real hard, it's gonna be
Well,
wood.
I'm thinking April, I'm taking a week off in April. And so that's when I was gonna work on the cedar fencing over there, was to do it that week and stuff, because, and you guys need to know that. Unless there's lots of snow, then maybe move
Yeah.
it out till May, but Jake is helping, he doesn't know
I
yet.
haven't had a chance to really confirm much with Brent, but
Yeah.
maybe in the spring we can do that and get that maybe that.
Well,
in
I'm
there.
thinking it's usually pretty soft then for digging too. And I can use
If we don't
postal
have 2
digger
feet
too.
of snow.
Well,
You always
yeah.
wanna say weather permitting.
Yeah, weather permitting, except for the cattle guard.
Soon as
Well,
But at
dig a
least-
hole, but
Yeah, but at least we can make plans and say, okay, the 3rd week of April is what I'm taking off, so. I got it on the calendar.
But
In
it-
pencil. But, and then weather permitting, but, yeah, I know, that's the way it is for me.
But we're off subject, it said return equipment update.
Yeah,
We're digging a tunnel now.
right. But the equipment needs to be put in the ground before it disappears again. And then we need to look at the cost of another set of cattle guards to go at the other end. So, and I mentioned that.
And where do you get cattle guards out?
Oh, I know there's a place in, well, where did we get those from? Didn't you know the person that built them?
Didn't,
The high school kids.
Who built those? Howard, do you remember?
I have no idea.
Oh,
They were built.
Brad's father-in-law did.
Yeah, it was,
Oh, Brad's
down-
father-in-law?
He worked as a pipe fitter for Potlatch down in Polk.
I know that there is a place in Pullman that will make them for $2,500.
Suggestion, maybe you would talk to the school to see if they're
Okay.
Bull Ag, 'cause they built the ones out of Moose Creek using inch rebar.
Yeah,
Maybe, you know, they could
Okay.
cut you a price and see what,
the Deary High School?
yeah, you might make a project on it.
that'd be a good welding project for them. Do you wanna do that, Rita?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll ask
If they
them.
can.
so is there
Do you
any
want me to
other
ask them?
equipment
Oh.
update on this
I
Mike
can
Porter
ask them if
thing?
you want me to.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. That's right.
Is there any other equipment update?
It's just, what are we gonna do about it? Are we gonna ask, Mike to return those gates? Or what are we doing? How are we doing this?
Cattle guards, you mean?
Yeah,
You probably don't have them.
You don't have them.
but he gave them away. You gotta be fair on this. It's city property.
So what's the council feel about it? Is it,
So we need to talk to Mike.
And
And
ask
find
him
out-
if he could actually return those gates or not, or these cattle guards.
And, yeah, cause we need to know exactly what happened. I mean, I only have one side of the story,
Right.
and I've only got Mike's side of the story through hearsay.
yeah, and I haven't talked to him or, cause I didn't even know what equipment was missing really on that part.
You probably need to talk to the county and see what they got to say about
Yeah, did somebody talk to Gary Sanderson? I was going to, and I never, yeah. And after I talked to Chris, I thought that's all I needed to do.
Is he in Troy?
Gary, yeah,
Would you be able to do that too?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, Gary Sanderson. Man, I'm getting over 20 hours.
You have to get Percy.
Talk fast.
Yeah.
So we'll do that and talk about next time what we found out.
Okay.
The water loan update, we've already talked about that.
Mhm.
The training on the USTI billing system update,
We're still waiting for the person to get back to us. They sent me an email saying, we got your approval, we went through all the things that we had to do just to get it done. We're gonna give you a schedule when we can get the training.
and that's holding up the water bills getting out, and it's time for the water bills to be out again.
Which, and, I'm gonna have to start estimating those. We don't have anybody to read the water meters anymore.
And this is getting to the time of year where they estimate
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah,
Yeah, so,
and they're estimating in Troy already.
Could I ask one thing? You show payments received from the previous month?
We haven't been able to get back into the system far
No,
enough
but you
to,
can at least keep a
show
written
what pe-
record of what's been
yeah,
paid.
I'll work on that to, kind of, I'll modify the,
All you gotta do is keep a
I was
record
gonna
of
I'll
what's been
modify
paid by
the
who.
way it is.
Yeah,
I know there's back,
I have it all
Do
wrote
things.
down. I do have everything wrote down in a ledger. So,
we're keeping a paper trail along with the computer thing anymore. So, where there was no paper trail before.
yeah, you always want to. Don't rely on a computer.
no,
Yeah, old school, I prefer the paper.
We lost too much with that computer thing. But hopefully we'll be able to find some of it. And the next is the new email for the city. And you,
the new email for the city, if anybody wants to know, is cityofbeauville@gmail.com.
all little letters.
All one word.
Oh, small.
And investigation on missing items that was called attention to from Tracy Pryor for Mike Porter update.
Is that-
That's the same thing.
That's the same thing as we just discussed.
Yeah, you don't have to
Okay.
worry about it.
Is that the only things that was missing?
I
Well,
think
there
the
was
Turner
the-
equipment update was for, Tracy, I wasn't sure on the update on that, and then the investigation items for Mike Porter, that was the other thing, so.
Okay,
I don't know, did we do anything with Tracy, the items that were missing from
From the office.
the office for Tracy?
the detective has the list of that.
Okay. I guess we'll just, let the investigation work for the police and whatever they, sound good?
Okay. Any other old business? So we move on to new business, and it's John at the RV park. So, who knows what's going on with that?
I do.
Okay,
He asked me if, like, he needs a throttle cable for the mower, because he uses the mower also. There's a little trailer that goes with the mower, and he moves his wood around with that little trailer, and he needs a throttle cable. And he was thinking, you know, he used to be on Spence Hardware's signature deal, where he could just go get the part that he needed and sign for it, and bring me the receipt. And I guess he got taken off of there, I don't know when or what or whatever, but, I think that it would be easier if he needs a part, he could bring it to my attention and he can go get the part. So at least I know that he's going, or let Diane know, or whoever it is that needs to know. And that's what that was about.
so do we need to add his name to Spence Hardware,
I think this is Moscow Buildings.
the Moscow Building Supply?
So I don't know that he'd be building anything, cause I don't know Moscow Building Supply.
They've got lots of stuff in there.
For that, so we could put his name on that as well.
as long as he
Moscow Building Supply and spent.
brings us receipts.
So does he, what does he all need? I mean,
He said he needed a throttle cable for the mower.
and that's it,
Yeah, I'm not a mechanic, so I have no clue about it.
yeah.
Didn't even get one.
Yeah, get real expense.
Well, he has a Cub Cadet, we have
Yeah.
Cub Cadet, so that's Spence Hardware is in charge of that.
I think Spence Hardware and that's it, I don't think he needs,
Yeah, I would say
Yeah, I wasn't
Spence.
thinking about Moscow Building Supply, that was for something else. I wrote that for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sheila,
What happened with the sewer over there?
I was just gonna ask that. Did they ever get it fixed? Does anybody know?
I don't
What
know.
sewer?
I just know that evidently there was water hooked up to that porta potty
Oh,
to run down the porta potty, cause when I talked to him the next day after he talked to you,
I
and
kinda-
said it was a flusher, but he said no,
Yeah.
it wasn't.
it is a flusher.
He said that what they did was run a hose down inside the porta potty to run everything down. I think it just got cold and froze up.
You know, what happened was, they have a regular like camper toilet, but it's inside of a porta potty building thingy. And it does have running water, like you put water in it, you flush it, just like a normal camper toilet. Well, the previous person that was there had broke the cap to it, and it's in pieces down in there. So what Chris found out is that we need something to reach in there to get those pieces out of there, and I think everything would, cause all the toilet paper is catching, and the big tops are catching.
Yeah, anyway, and I did tell John that that was an illegal toilet, that they cannot have that.
Yeah.
Well, that is an RV
They've
park too,
been-
and not a
yeah,
camping area.
They've been there
A
for
tenting area.
years, I guess, so they did, you know, they've been doing it for years and never had a problem. And that's why there's a big hoopla.
I have a question too.
Rex?
Does anybody know who's camped out on the top of the park? Just before you get to the cattle guard?
Oh, right there. Is that what you were talking about, Jake? The people camped next to the city park?
Up there by the category,
They've been there for
Oh,
quite a
okay.
while.
So you're saying that's on our property?
Yes,
yeah, it's very close to your property.
that's city property.
Oh, it's on city property, not
Your
ours.
property.
Yeah, they're parked.
No, it's not, it's city property,
City.
right? Okay, it's not our property.
No, it's
Okay.
not yours, city.
So I don't know who that is, but
Property comes through part of the
I
park.
noticed that, they've been there for about a week.
They've been
there
longer.
longer.
Maybe longer,
They've
I
been there longer. I've seen them parked over there, but
Yeah, I know.
But they got, there's a couple rigs and a generator running, and they didn't know quite what the scoop was, if anybody else
we
did.
can get the place at RV park.
Yeah, we need to talk about that too.
Let's make this motion, and we put it on the agenda, we never.
I didn't think that.
We didn't think about it at the time.
If we do a special meeting, we can do a special meeting.
Yep, we probably need to have a special meeting because we don't have a maintenance man right now.
We need to find one.
And we need to find one fast.
Or plowing the snow.
Yes.
I have it having job service.
You put it on job services.
How's
Any
I'll
responses?
do that between getting up at 2 in the morning and getting home.
perfect, cause that's when the heaviest traffic is in town.
2 in the morning, yeah, huge traffic.
1:30 is when Greg's sleeping.
I'll come and pick you up, you can help me.
Yeah. I got a tractor that I love driving there. But I don't have a bucket now.
So we probably need to tell John at the RV park too that it's an RV park, not a tenting area. What's the council feel about that?
Well, and I told him, cause he's excited about this, what you told me about in the future, and I said it's not in the near future, it'll be a long time after I'm dead and buried, that we will be building, showers over there and stuff. And-
That's on our wish list down the
Yeah.
road.
That's
And
always
stuff.
been on the wish list.
But
yes.
anyway, he's now, he wanted to close the RV park for winter, and I'm like, that's our main issue.
You get
Money
Dodgers
coming
from there.
in. Yeah,
We never closed the RV park for the winter.
We
So
left
he
it
wanted
open
to-
for loggers that have worked around this area, we left it open.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, he wanted to close it, and I was thinking, I don't wanna close it. But anyway, he was excited, and so I haven't heard any more about the closing. So he wants to get that account built up fast, so he can get those showers in.
What is the balance? It had 40,000 in it, then it went down to 30, was it 5,600?
We don't know.
Yeah, and
And
then.
then what's-
Yeah, next month we'll know.
I don't have the numbers in front of
Oh.
me, but I have everything, the receipts and everything and everything's been
maybe-
deposited and all that, but I just been worrying about making sure that we get caught up right now, and I haven't been focusing on the RV park. I know I need to.
No, I was just curious.
We didn't.
There's more than
approve
$5,600 in there now, though.
I hope so.
Spencer, did we?
No, we haven't approved anything.
Okay, we didn't. So,
So what do you wanna do about John?
We
just put him on,
action item for next meeting.
You know, and then,
but it sounds like he needs a throttle cable now, who is on the thing.
Well, one of us can go get it real quick.
I mean, he
Put it
can
on the
call,
counter.
he can call to have it ready.
Yeah, he can
order.
call and order it,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
then I can swing by and
That's just a
pick it up.
lawnmower part, right?
Yeah,
But we're not going wrong.
he's
Well,
using
Lisa's-
it.
Lisa's in town every day
I was
too.
just gonna say,
No.
Wi-Fi's been
He
hardware.
uses the
Yeah,
mower,
like, well, I-
it has
Thank
a
you.
trailer with it, and
So-
he uses it to move his wood around.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Obvious.
Apparently.
So how about if he calls it in and then
Okay.
those two can decide who's gonna pick it up,
Yeah,
and then they'll have it.
yeah, just let me know when it comes in, unless they already have it, then that's fine too.
Are you in the signature?
They might have it, something like that on hand.
Yeah, they might.
Is there any other new business?
I do, of course. There's a pickup down by, the library full of garbage, no license.
Okay.
Been sitting there for 2 years, and when Sam was mayor, I asked him if he'd have it tagged, it didn't get tagged. And I was wondering if the city could tag it and get it out of there, it's terrible.
T. Smith.
Oh, that's who it belongs to?
Yeah,
And Heath has passed away.
Yeah. So it's his mother.
it's not licensed or anything, it's just sitting there full of garbage.
Is it on city property or is it?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's on
It's on the
city.
street.
Yes,
It's on the street, cause I did check to see
It
about.
is.
Yeah, it's not on the sidewalk, cause I did check that.
Well, the garbage was this summer, but they've thrown it back in it.
Oh, okay. So,
On the city
can we
right.
have that, haul it down and have it smashed?
It'll cost the city to have it towed.
Well, I
City will
know,
pay
I
them
know,
to
my
have it towed.
understanding is, and I found out that you cannot call Latah County to have them take care of it, because that's exactly, anybody can park on your property. I found out,
They'll tag it,
yeah,
but it's the city's expense to have it towed.
to tow, well, how long do we have? If it's been there for 2 years, it's definitely abandoned. Why can't we,
But we probably have to
It's
give
got
them
to be a notice
They'll
put
have
on
the
it,
line.
notice
I
for
would
it.
assume.
huh?
And we
Don't
call
leave it
won't
to the
notice
blind.
it, they'll run the
Yes.
license and notify the owner of the vehicle before
He's
they do
dead.
anything.
Yeah. Well, next to Kim.
But that probably
Can
has
we
to
call
be
the
his
sheriff?
mother.
Yeah,
You wanna call the sheriff?
yeah.
It's gonna probably, there's no license on it, so it's gonna have to be a vehicle number that they run.
Yeah.
The bill number.
But this is like BAU business, this does not require a city meeting for this, right? I'm just wondering the question. Good point, though.
But if it needs to be taken to.
Do we need to call Latah County Sheriff?
How long before we can haul it off?
Do you wanna check on that, Christine, when you're in the
Yeah.
office again, call the sheriff's office and find out about getting it tagged and how long it
As
can be
many
before.
times as they've been in town, they should tag them. We're paying them, right?
Because, and that's the thing, is after a certain period of time, I know that I can call Toad
Toad.
and find out. Because they run a towing business. I wouldn't have her tow it, because
But
it's
just get the
expensive.
information.
Get the information, because
Well, we can
we
even
can
talk to-
push it on our
$500
trailer, cause it's a tilt bed, you push it on that, haul it down, and have it smashed, you get some money for it.
You have to take it to the dump
And
first
then
and dump
probably we
everything
can
on
take all
it.
this junk out of the back of it before they smash it.
That's what I said, you gotta take it to the dump
Well-
first.
So,
I'll talk to my cousins, cause that's what they're doing, cause that's what they're doing,
Yeah.
is smash.
But we have to have a tag to give
Yeah, right,
Vicky a chance to
right,
do something with it first.
and if she does nothing, well, yeah, maybe,
Maybe she wants to, but
Yeah, maybe
she
she-
wouldn't care.
That's
Yeah.
why she's not doing anything.
yeah.
See? So something else, we didn't wanna take care of that?
I'll Latah County.
Yeah, you call Latah
I'll
County.
Call the
find out,
sheriff
but I'll
and
call
see.
her to see what the length of time is after it's
Well,
been.
the sheriff's office would
officially-
probably be able to tell you that too.
Yeah. Because I know that they tow, and then, once a year they have people come up and smash stuff on their property. Because the people never pick up their cars after they've been impounded,
Okay,
so, yeah.
have we got anything else that we need to talk about tonight? Any other patron comments?
When is, Ben Winter's gonna get a letter about permits?
I'm gonna work on that this week, tomorrow, or
Permit for what?
Wednesday. I just, have never, I don't know what to write as a letter,
Just
Permit for what?
a deck and a roof.
a deck and a roof.
He said his roof was in on his loan for his house, and I talked to him about
Still
it.
needs a permit to do
Do
it.
we have to have a
His
permit to
permit was in
re-roof?
on it.
Yes, you do.
Are you sure?
His
Yep.
dad had it written up on the loan, is what he told me when I asked him.
So it's, I'm
What
not
about-
going around town looking for this stuff. Somebody approached me about it.
What about the deck?
The deck, anytime it's a deck built that anybody has to walk on, it has to be permitted.
Well, you mentioned
Oh,
Mike
that's awesome.
Anderson's new roof also.
Yeah, he put a roof on, and I don't know if Brad Demmerman pulled a permit.
Brad Demmerman has a permit.
Okay.
Yeah,
From the
pretty much
state.
DBS told me that anytime you're cutting wood, you need a permit. That's what he told me, so,
Yeah, when are you cutting wood for a roof?
well, that's what he said for like the deck and anything
Well,
else.
I don't agree with the roof thing. It's not structural, but it is the code.
As far as I understand it, when you
How many
change
years
structure
have
of
you
a
been
roof,
back
you
on
need a
this,
permit.
man? That was over 2 years ago.
He
That
just put,
re-roof.
he just put the roof on this past summer, and the deck.
No,
No.
it was done
That
2
No.
years
was
ago.
not.
What was the two?
Oh.
But
So,
at any rate,
You had to have it before you bought it.
Yeah, that roof was there before he got the house.
And that was taken care of before he could buy it.
Yeah.
all I know is I
Fred had
had
to get a
people,
loan, had to have it written up on the loan that, and the cost of the roof would be is what Ben told me, and then the permit was in the loan. Fred had to get it, so I don't know.
For the roof.
For the roof.
That roof was done before you started the Havoc neon stuff.
I don't know, I was just, the last few months, somebody approached me and said he did a deck and a roof, does he have a permit?
That roof was
I
done
mean,
before.
if we're gonna force you to
Before
do your
Fred sold it.
permitting, we have to make everybody do it. Do you agree with me?
I
What should have been done a couple
But
years ago.
that should have been done when you were as mayor.
I, if it was done a couple of years ago, it was
Hey.
done before I was there.
Sorry.
So,
I think we need to check with the county on that,
it
to
would
see
be
if
the
there was a
state.
permit on that, Christine.
Okay. It's the state, everybody's going through the state,
Everything goes through the state,
because we don't have,
okay,
and you still need to give me that guy's number,
Oh, we did, I didn't-
Adam.
okay.
so
Let me get his number right now.
when you're in the office for all day, call and check on that and see if there was a permit on it. And it was under Fred Winter. Is it,
Fred Winter.
is it Junior or
Junior.
He's
And
with
it
the
was
state.
like 2 years ago?
2 years ago would have been the county.
2 years would have been the county.
Yeah, it would have been.
Latah County. But you, yeah, Adam Capel is the DBS person.
Oh, there it is.
It's in blue.
I can't see that.
Mine's,
I can't really see it either.
Have we got any other new business? Do we have a motion to adjourn?
I so moved. I second.
Motion's been made and seconded that we adjourn. All in
Aye.
favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.
Nothing rings
So
your
are we
ears.
having a special meeting?